I've had a number of mentors throughout my career, almost entirely male, I would say, which is probably not unusual given the part of the business that I've spent most of my career in. There's probably two in particular that I would think about. First one, I didn't even realise was a mentor until afterwards, and we sat down and worked out how much time we were spending together and the sorts of matters that he was giving me some counsel on. And I will always remember that first really senior mentor as someone who was very important in giving me a couple of good breaks early in my career. And the second one I particularly remember was more interesting, and he's actually still in the business, and it was came about from a formal program that was commenced, and although we only had a couple of formal meetings, the conversation continued informally for a long period of time. And in this particular case, the first critical meeting was all around, well, what do we do? So we had this discussion back and forth. And at the end of I think it was the first or the second meeting, at the end of that meeting, I'm saying, well, I understand all that. Now I need you to help me get the opportunities. And he did. And he told me what to do more of, what to do less of, what to take on board and have a think about. All the decisions were always left to me, but I wouldn't be here today if I hadn't have been willing to take some of that information on board. For women to be encouraged to take more risks, they need to feel confident, they need to know that they're valued, they need to know that their achievements are recognised, and women need to learn to campaign for their own achievements. Women need to not be frightened of the I word, that I did this, my team did this, and often women will step back from that and be very inclusive naturally, probably from a parenting or a mothering perspective. And business is business, and we need to own the decisions, we need to own our outcomes, and we need to be able to say that. And from a man's perspective, they need to be inclusive and understand that, and not be frightened to give that woman the confidence in the team that she or her team has achieved or contributed that piece of work.